You're watching Pyro Media Network.
Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
What is going on, Pyro Maniacs? Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. We are back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour. Yes, I'm on the screen, and I won't be on the screen much longer because, you know, there's a lot of reading, a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes, and I want to thank you guys for coming on through. But I wanted to show my face, you know, the skincare. You feel me? How you guys doing on today? I hope you guys are feeling blessed and favored. Who is in the building? What's up, Michaela? What's up? What's going on with you? Greetings, the one, the only, the beautiful Cupcake. How you doing? Greetings, Fire Radix. Hit the like button. Thank you. Hey, Michaela, what's going on? Timothy is in the building. What's up, King? Thank you. If we don't have Bentley time today, I'm calling You don't call the FCC on me? Listen, they tried it with Jimmy Kimmel. Anywho, we're going to get into that a little later. And no, Bentley, you want to come over here real quick? Bentley, come here, boys. Come here. Come here. Up. There we go. Say hi, everybody. He's alive and well. Yes. He's like, I didn't ask for this. Where's my beard? Yep. Yes. Say hi. We good? You all right? See, everybody's alive. See? Say hi, everybody. All right. Praise Jesus. We're going to let you go back. All right. Go back to bedtime. All right. No, don't come over here. Go bedtime. Anywho, who else is in the building? Was anybody caught up to me at the gates? Hilarious. Yes. We're still here with Tisha Campbell. Oh, my God. Not the FCC. Look at Yellow. Yes. Hey, Pooh. Look at Oh, yeah, y'all, the star of the show is here. Bentley is here. Yes, he is here. All right, y'all, let's get into some things, y'all. We got a lot to talk about on today. Let me move this over here. I don't need this over here. Why are you over there? Okay, there we go. Moving things around. All right, y'all. We got a lot to talk about on today. I want to first welcome you guys onto the show. Thank you, guys. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. It does help the algorithm. And happy Wednesday to you guys. We're halfway through the week, y'all. It is hump day. We are halfway through the week. So make sure you guys are making sure you're pacing yourselves, taking care of yourselves, and all that jazz. So yes, welcome. Welcome to this week's episode, this Wednesday's episode of Pyro Power Hour. This episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. So shout out to all the other shows on Pyro Media. Make sure you check out the other trailblazers on the show, and we appreciate you. Yep, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling so inclined, please go ahead and hit that Cash App for your brother. You can hit me up at KwameC86, or you can go ahead and hit Pyro Media directly at Pyro Media, $ Pyro Media. All proceeds go to Pyro Media and helping our clients. Yes, thank you. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow me on TikTok. I got a lot of hilarious things on there, and I talk a lot. That's the most direct way to get me. I'm the most active on TikTok, so make sure you guys are hitting it up, okay? All right, praise Jesus. Let's move on. Oh, and stay connected to Pyro Media. If you're not getting notifications from from YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, you can go ahead and make sure that you guys are hitting up Blaze. That's right, text Blaze to 833-793-2423. I appreciate y'all so much. And also, make sure you guys get into that Patreon. We got a lot of content coming, especially in the next couple of weeks. So you guys want to be the first to be in the know. All right? Praise Jesus. Y'all, we got a lot to talk about. What's going on here? We love our Bentley. Yes, you do. We appreciate it. We know. All right, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. Let's first get into some breaking news. It's kind of late breaking, but let's get into some breaking news as we get into the show. All right, y'all. So we have some breaking news. There was a shooting this morning. Excuse me. A powing. Okay, I gotta be careful what I say. This morning in Dallas, Texas, a sniper opened fire on an ICE facility, and not just the building, but the very van carrying detainees. 3 were struck. 1 passed away. Actually, there was an update. There was no ICE agents that were harmed, and 2 are in critical condition. And the one that passed away was the shooter. He did unalive himself. So the alleged shooter's name is Joshua John, and he was found with bullet casings marked, quote, anti-ICE. A chilling clue that pretty much was not random. Okay. We don't know yet the full motive, so I don't want to go into what's going on with it. But let's take a look at what's going on and take a look at the clip, and we'll come back on the other side.
A spray of early morning gunfire near downtown Dallas.
Checking the cameras and have seen at least 3 people shot. Multiple people shot.
Law enforcement sources identifying the shooter as 29-year-old Joshua John, seen in this 2016 booking photo from a felony marijuana conviction. His target, an ICE field office where detainees were boarding a bus when the shots were fired.
Comenzaron como 20 disparos seguidos.
This witness says she heard about 20 shots diving beneath her car with her 9-year-old son, hiding until police rushed her inside the facility. The Department of Homeland Security saying the gunman shot indiscriminately at the building.
We had 4 individuals that were shot, 2 of them deceased, including the shooter. The DPD was able to locate the shooter, who was deceased.
Authorities say they found John's body with a rifle next to it on a rooftop near the building. Police saying he turned the weapon on himself.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
No law enforcement officers were wounded. This is the 3rd shooting at an ICE facility in Texas this year. While the motive behind this shooting is not yet known, Texas Senator Ted Cruz says the violence has to stop.
Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong. We need to learn to work together without demonizing each other.
The suspect's brother tells NBC News they grew up in Texas and John knew how to fire a rifle, but didn't think his brother was interested in politics. Jay Gray, NBC News.
So this is Joshua John. This is the alleged power, and the alleged shooter. Right, that's what I was going to say, Dr. Holt. That's why I got kind of stumbled a little bit, because Ted Cruz really thinks that he's like doing something. Okay, we have been asking for gun reform and reasonable, common sense gun legislation for decades. Okay, now all of a sudden you just are, woe is me. We need to, not do that. Girl, bye. Go sit down somewhere. I really don't want to hear it. Okay. But my issue is that the moment that this happened, JD Vance, y'all's vice president, came out and was like swinging towards the left. Talk about, oh, he was on the left. A leftist did it. We don't know who the hell he is. We don't know where he came from or what his political leanings are. We don't know what's going on. We don't know. So to immediately attack the left, to immediately just make it political was asinine and just really ridiculous in my personal opinion. Okay? Grow up. Anywho. So that's what's going on there. We'll keep you guys abreast as we learn things. Listen, I'm not trying to be first. I'm just trying to be right. So I didn't break it earlier today because, I'm not going to go on and just, let you guys know what's going on without all the information. So that's what's happening right there. Okay. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep it focused and all that jazz. Listen, y'all. It is Libra season. So shout out to all of those who are Libras and all that jazz. We want to wish you guys a happy birthday. If you are born on today, shout out to y'all. Happy birthday on to you. I'm not doing any of the celebrity ones. I didn't really see any that was all that jazz, So we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get into. When we come back, we're going to get into some things and then we'll go ahead and get into what's popping. All right. So stay tuned, stay stress free, and we'll be right back. And also share while we're waiting. All right. See you on the other side.
Hey, it's Pastor Kim from It's Just Kim Live Show, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
It's Nicole D. Vick from Nicole D. Vick Live, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
All right, y'all, we are Black by popular demand. Thank you guys for tuning on in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, sharing, and subscribing if you have not done so already. It does help the algorithm, and I appreciate all that you do. All right, y'all, let's get into what's popping. We got a lot to talk about on today. All right, so first up, can we just give a huge congratulations to the queen that is Rihanna? Okay, happy day for her, because today her and ASAP Rocky have welcomed her third baby to the world. It's a baby girl, and her name is Rocky Irish Mayers. So happy birthday to you. She is a Libra, and welcome to the world. I'm sorry that, this country is all types of screwed up, but you're in good hands. I promise you are. All right, Rihanna has given birth to her third child with ASAP Rocky, and we're celebrating an addition to the fam. So this is what they posted, or what she posted. Oh, look at the little footies. And then, here we go. There's a picture of the baby in Rihanna's arms. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love. And I'm super excited for her, and I'm super excited for both of them to add this addition to their family. So shout out to Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Congrats, Riri. Yes. All these little babies, indeed. Yes. So, a Cupcake. Wait, Cupcake. You're a Libra? I thought you were a Leo. Oh, Tiny Cupcake is a Libra. Okay, shout out to Tiny Cupcake. Got it. Okay, I misunderstood what you wrote. All right. So moving on. Diddy's back in the headlines, y'all. So apparently, he's being sued by former stylist Deontay Nash. Deontay actually, I believe, was in the case that the state, or excuse me, that the U.S. was going against Diddy. He was the former stylist of. Was he the former stylist of Cassie or the former stylist of him? I think he was his former stylist. But yeah, Deontay Nash is suing him. Is suing him for assault and I believe well, let's take a look and see what's going on. Take a look. Yes, Miss Didisha.
John Diddy Combs is facing a new lawsuit just weeks before he's scheduled to be sentenced on prostitution-related charges. Former stylist Deontay Nash accuses the disgraced music mogul of sexual abuse and violence. Nash alleges Combs sexually assaulted him multiple times between 2008 and 2018, which prompted him to resign. He also says Combs continued to threaten him after his employment ended. In a statement, Combs' lawyers said, quote, Mr. Nash is another opportunist looking to profit off his proximity to celebrity. This complaint is riddled with falsehoods and stands in stark contrast to the record that has already been established in court.
Yeah, so I don't know, guys. I just feel like why didn't you sue him before? You know? But at the end of the day, I don't doubt that any of these things have happened. I always believe the victim first, until proven otherwise. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I think. Oh yeah, that's right. You're an Aries. I'm sorry, Cupcake. My bad. You're not a Leo. King Jives is a Leo. That's who I was thinking of. And also Hope Giselle is a Leo. So shout out to them. But yes, Cupcake is an Aries. My bad. But back to this. Deontay Nash. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen or come of this. I don't know if he still is getting ready to face his sentencing, I think, in a couple of weeks or next week or whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to come out of all of this. I don't even know if he has really a fortune like he used to, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anywho, let's get into a question of the day, y'all, or a question for the people, rather. Excuse me. Is he wrong or is he right? Now, I saw this earlier and I have words. Take a look.
I know you don't. I know you're not worth $200 million and was splitting rent with your.
You talking about that I should pay for the whole thing?
Absolutely. Hold on. $200 million deal and you were splitting rent with your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? The right decision. You worth $200 million. Her rent was probably $3,000, bro.
Okay, but
she's killing herself to make half. And then she always with you.
But look,
how is she even
if you willing?
Okay.
Okay. So basically, she's looking around. she's looking around for her apartments, and she came across one, but it was way out of her price range. It was like double what she could afford. So I was like, this is really nice. I want you to be able to stay here. I want to be able to pull up and stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you afford? And I'll split it. I'll pay the rest. So
right.
I ended up doing that, and I was like, "Yo, whatever happens," and I want the people's advice on this too, because I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna give. I am the.
So,
people.
Basically, bro, I said whatever happens in this relationship for the next year, I'm committed to paying this rent.
You're a year by year guy. You committed to the NBA year by year. You committed to your woman
because I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna be together. I don't know if this is my wife. I don't know if it's not. So I'm like, okay, for this next year, I got you. Whatever happens, we can break up. I got you for this next year. I'll split rent with you.
You into it with the wrong mindset, though.
I know, but brother, I don't know. I just didn't know. So then we end up breaking up 5-6 months into the rent, and basically that's where I'm at now. Where I'm like, man, do I keep helping her out, or is it cooked?
So, have you paid your half of the rent? How does that work if you blocked on shit?
No, we were in a little bit of communication. She ended up hitting my phone asking for the bread.
Hell yeah, she gonna
keep which I don't blame her because she went into that apartment not being able to afford it, and I gave her my word. So
why you just don't send her half for the rest of the year?
Because she need to act right month to month. Nigga.
Oh, yeah, dude, I been waiting for you to wake up this interview. There you go.
No, I'm just saying. So,
what-
like, if I'm paying her, if I'm paying the remaining months, month to month,
yeah,
but
yeah, no,
I see she's
now.
I see she's wilding, and like, bro, it's gonna be hard to continue that agreement. You feel me? That's gonna be tough because if you're out here wilding, get that next dude to pay that rent.
I mean, is he right or is he wrong? Is he wrong or is he right? What say y'all? Michaela says, "Ish, I will have to leave immediately because ain't no way in the world is that man got a big money deal. He's gonna be paying ahead for anything I do. I'm not. I mean, I get it. Cyrus says, she ain't my wife. Then her. Okay, we got to misspell the words, guys. She ain't my wife, but then her ass paying half. But if he flexing like that, why even bother? I can see what you're saying. Okay. Mikhail said he's dumb as Listen, I personally, I don't agree with him. I don't. At first, I was like, well, okay, I can see why. But even if you have to even, like, I feel like when in doubt, do without. So, like, if you're in a space where you're trying to, like, be with someone and you're, like, trying to be in with the long haul, then you need to see how, I'm not saying be stupid, but my thing is that if you even have to question if this person's going to be someone that you want to marry or not, then why even waste that time? If it's too big of a leap for you to even like marry the person, then why even pay for their rent? Like, or why even go into a space where you're communing like that, where you're connecting like that? I was looking at some of the comments, you know, like even with what Cyrus was saying, that was similar to what Cyrus was saying, like she's not my wife or whatever, so those are wife privileges. I get that, but if you're working towards that, then why are you not operating in that space? You know, it's kind of like how I feel like when people want to get, you know, promoted, you know, at their job or whatever, you walk in the space and you start wearing certain, you dress differently, you start operating differently. But that's just my personal opinion. You should be walking to walk instead of talking to talk, but we'll see. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I don't care. It ain't my business. Right? I really, it's not that deep for me. Let's see here. What's going on next here? Oh Lord Jesus. All right, y'all. Okay. So, Laura Loomer. For those who don't know who's going to pay it all with that, right? With that. Goodbye, Dr. Ho. Laura Loomer, for those who don't know, she's a far right commentator. She's like, you know, she's disgusting in my personal opinion, but we'll get to how disgusting she is in a few. But she's a far right commentator, and she's back in the headlines this time for a racist, sexist attack on Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She posted this. Hold on, this is her, just in case you want to see a little closer. Okay, I just want you to look, and I want you to see how beautiful Jasmine Crockett is. And I'm not shaming the woman, but you know, I just want you guys to see what we're working with for a second. But anyway, she posted this on Twitter, or excuse me, X, and she says, "It hurts my heart that we." Oh wait, before I even get to that one, that's the worst one. But she's like, Jasmine Crockett's homeboys and oh no, this is what she posted first. Let me post this one. Okay. She said, "It hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bees who hate America serving in Congress." And then she tagged Jasmine Crockett. Now let me explain something to you, Miss Lee. Okay. I don't know who you think you are, and I don't know why you thought it was even remotely close to being cute for you to even dare say something like that to another black woman, let alone the one and only Jasmine Crockett. But you've lost your white mind. She then posted this later on because she was doubling down on everything. She says Jasmine Crockett's homeboys and homegirls are big mad. I called her what she is, ghetto. I guess I finna watch my back. God forbid Shaniqua pops a cap in my ass. You feels me? See, this is what I have never wanted to hit a woman more than I do today. Because now you're trying to be real cute. Okay? I don't know what your problem is, girl. I do know what your problem is. Look at her. Look at her. Now, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but I just want to show you something real quick. Okay? Real quick. This was Laura Loomer on the left before she did her plastic surgery. And on the right, this is Laura Loomer today. Isn't plastic surgery supposed to enhance, to be better? Okay. And this is Representative Jasmine, the Queen Crockett. And I want to say something else before we go to break, really quickly. Laura Loomer and Jasmine Crockett, I don't like telling women's ages, but Jasmine Crockett Laura Loomer is 32 years old. You want to know how old Jasmine Crockett is? I'm going to tell you how old Jasmine Crockett is. Jasmine Crockett is 44 years old. Looking like she's 28. Laura Loomer is 32 years old. Looking like she's 69. Watch your mouth, girl. Watch your mouth. Let's see what the people are saying. Michaela says, burn. Okay, we're not going to go there. And if the rapture was to come, I don't think she would be lifted up by her today. Dr. Holt says she must want the entire system of Delta Sigma Theta to drag her real sophisticated like. I know that's right. Like I said, scream. Hold on. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Looking like home handsome Squidward. Okay, stop it. Timothy says it looks like she's trying to be a black one. Like she's really trying. She really is trying hard, and she can never. I was about to say Crockett a year older than me. Yeah, but you know, black don't crack. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, like super quick, and then we're gonna get into the roundup because we got a lot to talk about, and there's some things in here on this roundup that I think are very pressing and very important. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, we are black. We're getting ready to get into the roundup. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so. It does help the algorithm, and I do appreciate every last one of y'all. All right, let's get into it, y'all. All right, first up, the roundup. Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, the queen that is Kamala Harris. Shout out to her, okay? So, let's dive into Kamala Harris's new memoir, 107 Days. Y'all, I just downloaded this. Well, actually, I pre-ordered it when I first heard that she was coming out with it. And it uploaded into my Audible on I think it was Monday when it came out. Okay, but it dropped this week. If you haven't gotten it yet, I highly suggest that you do. I have not finished it. It's been a lot going on, but I plan on finishing it this week and talking about it in a special in Patreon. But the book recounts a dramatic stretch after President Biden's withdrawal and Harris's short, intense run at the top of the ticket. What's striking isn't just the behind-the-scenes gossip, but there's, which is plenty of that, but Harris's willingness to call out party dysfunction, which is very interesting. She accuses Biden's inner circle of sidelining her, calls his re-election decision reckless, and even reveals she almost picked Pete Buttigieg as her running mate before worrying voters worrying that voters weren't ready for a black woman, gay man ticket. Now, progressives should see this as more than a score settling exercise. 107 days forces a conversation about loyalty versus accountability and whether Democrats are too risk averse in building truly inclusive tickets. Harris's candid self-critique, including admitting mistakes like her disastrous View appearance, reads like someone preparing either for a comeback or to shape the party from the outside. Now, I don't think that she's going to be doing a whole the election thing. I would like her to, but I don't think that she is. I think she could do more. Hey, Sean, what's up, King? Haven't seen you in forever. Thank you so much for tuning on in. We appreciate you. Dr. Holt says, I've got to order the book. I want to hear hard. Yeah, I didn't order the hard copy. I'm going to order that. I'll probably order that tonight. But yeah, I definitely got it. It's really, really good so far. Definitely highly recommended. But I don't think that she's going to be going through a whole re-election thing or try to run again. And if she does, then kudos to her. I think she'll have more time, and I think she'll be able to kind of be have more of a fighting chance. But I want to get into the whole Pete Buttigieg thing, because I feel like surprisingly Harris had named Pete Buttigieg as her first choice for VP, but says she deemed the ticket too big of a risk because pairing a black woman and a gay man might alienate voters. This is what she said on the Rachel Maddow show the other day. Take a look.
Let me ask you a politics question. I mentioned in the intro tonight that you say in the book really bluntly that your personal first choice for your running mate would have been Pete Buttigieg, and you praise him effusively. You say he would have been an ideal partner if I were a straight man. And you say effectively that demographically it was too much to ask of the American people to ask them to elect you with him as your running mate. I wonder if his reaction to that, since this part of the book has come out, if you've had any reflection on that, or I guess I'd ask you to just elaborate on that a little bit. It's hard to hear. Yeah. With you running as, you're the first woman elected vice president. You're a black woman and a South Asian woman elected to that high office, very nearly elected president. To say that he couldn't be on the ticket effectively because he was gay, it's hard to hear.
No. That's not what I said. That he couldn't be on the ticket because he is gay. My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States, against someone like Donald Trump who knows no floor, to be a black woman running for president of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk. No matter how, I've been an advocate and an ally of the LGBT community my entire life. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my part, but
that
we had such a short period of time. And the stakes were so high. I think Pete is a phenomenal public servant. And I think America is and would be ready for that. But when I had to make that decision with 2 weeks to go, you know, and maybe I was being too cautious. You know, I'll let our friends, we should all talk about that. Maybe I was. But that's the decision I made. And I, as with everything else in the book, I'm being very candid about that.
Yeah.
With a great deal of sadness about also the fact that it might have been a risk.
Will you consider running in 2028?
That's not my focus right now.
I know
it's not my focus at all.
I know
it really isn't.
I'm just going to.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're not considering it now, but are you saying, when you said you're not going to run for governor of California?
Correct.
Were you saying you are never going to run for anything ever again, or were you just saying I'm not going to run for that office right now?
That was the decision before me, and I made the decision not to run for governor of California. By the way, there are a lot of great candidates running, and I love my state, and we want somebody to definitely follow in the footsteps of Gavin in terms of standing up and understanding the power that California has to stand up to what we're saying in DC.
As politic as you are being in those.
So you know, for those who want to see the full thing, go to Rachel Maddow's interview. It was a phenomenal interview, and I also saw the interview for that she did with The View. I want to say this because I feel like my issue is that, and I was doing research on it and looking at all of the different comments that people were in the responses from both the left and the right, and I have an issue when we see track record, when we see how people have operated, not just in the campaign season. Kamala Harris has always been an ally of the LGBTQIA plus community. Before she became vice president, before she became a senator, before she became senior positions in California, she's always been an ally of the LGBTQIA plus community, the alphabet group. But my problem is that all of a sudden, because she didn't choose P, because I think that was a reasonable choice. I, as a Black gay man, understood why she made that decision. She was already dealing with a former president that was already in the office. She was already dealing with, a huge conservative wave of energy that was coming towards her when it came to the disappointments that people were feeling with Joe Biden, some of the things that were going on with him, and also just her being in his shadow, which most vice presidents are. We didn't really see Joe Biden, during the Obama era, because he was being a vice president. That's what you do. But my problem is that, like, for people to say that she was homophobic for doing that, for people to say that because he was a gay man, yeah, like, she was already dealing with stuff like of her having to be a Black woman, a Black Asian woman, a biracial woman, coming into trying to be the first female president. And after Hillary lost, Hillary's a white, cisgendered, heterosexual woman. So if they didn't want her ass, you thought they were going to take her ass? So why add stuff into it to make it seem like she had such a limited amount of time? And of course, it wasn't just the timing. I think that the amount of time that she had for our campaign was a huge critical thing, and I think it was a major hindrance for her. But I also think that she did a phenomenal job at energizing the base, at bringing people together, at bringing the Democratic Party together. She created a wave, and I thought she did a phenomenal job for what she had. It just wasn't enough. We're talking about somebody that's been campaigning for over 10 years. Okay, so that somebody's name has been in there was a lot of marketing behind Donald Trump. And so, you know, I don't know. This is a great way to have retrospection. This is a great way to kind of see what's really happening with the Democratic Party, because I think that there's issues with them as well. But we'll get into all of that because I want to talk about that in our holding space segment. But getting back to this with Pete Buttigieg, I think that we need to kind of back off, and I think that people wanted just a reason to just be angry at someone, and when you can't blame someone for, you know, for why something happens, people are just finger pointing, and I think that's what the whole Pete Buttigieg and Kamala Harris thing is right now. I think that we need to take a step back, figure out why the party lost, because it's not. I think the party was going to lose even if Joe Biden was going to be in there. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. I just think that there was just a lot that wasn't there, but that's a whole nother conversation. Let's switch over to Jimmy Kimmel, because I can go on forever about that. Jimmy Kimmel returned to Jimmy Kimmel Live after a 6-day suspension following remarks after the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. His comeback monologue, though, became his most viewed YouTube video of the year, amassing over 14 million views within 15 hours. In his emotional return, Kimmel clarified his comments, defended free speech, and condemned political interference in creative expression, calling attempts to silence comedians anti-American. Take a look.
Walking out to a thunderous standing ovation overnight, Jimmy Kimmel returning to late night TV after a week off the air.
Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted,
Kimmel's show was suspended amid apparent threats from the Trump administration following the host's comments last Monday about the ideology of the alleged shooter in Charlie Kirk's murder. Growing emotional, Kimmel now clarifying his remarks.
I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it, nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way.
He also praised Kirk's widow during this past weekend's memorial for her husband.
On Sunday, Erica Kirk forgave the man who shot her husband. She forgave him. That is an example we should follow.
But Kimmel was also back telling jokes, taking a jab at President Trump.
You almost have to feel sorry for him. He did his best to cancel me. Instead, he forced millions of people to watch the show. That backfired bigly.
After the taping of the show, President Trump weighing in overnight, blasting ABC's decision to put Kimmel back on the air, saying his talent was never there. Why would they want someone back who does so poorly, who's not funny? In a statement, Disney said Kimmel's show had been suspended to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment for our country. Kimmel shedding light on what happened behind the scenes.
I was not happy when they pulled me off the air on Wednesday. I did not agree with that decision, and I told them that, and we had many conversations. I shared my point of view. They shared theirs. We talked it through, and at the end, even though they didn't have to, they really didn't have to. This is a giant company. We have short attention spans, and I am a tiny part of the Disney Corporation. They welcomed me back on the air, and I thank them for that.
The host also thanked those who came out to support him, including his fans, his fellow late-night hosts, and even voices on the right.
Maybe most of all, I want to thank the people who don't support my show and what I believe, but support my right to share those beliefs anyway. People who I never would have imagined like Ben Shapiro, Clay Travis, Candace Owens, Mitch McConnell, Rand Paul, even my old pal Ted Cruz.
But not everyone was able to watch. Nexstar and Sinclair, media groups that own dozens of local ABC affiliates, are still not broadcasting Jimmy Kimmel Live. Kimmel using his opening monologue to defend free speech.
Look, I never imagined I would be in a situation like this. I barely paid attention in school. But one thing I did learn from Lenny Bruce and George Carlin and Howard Stern is that a government threat to silence a comedian the president doesn't like is anti-American. That's anti-American.
And Kimmel said this situation is much bigger than him. He said his show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
So Jimmy Kimmel's return to late night television is more than just a comeback. It's a reflection of the current state of media in America. Now, while his emotional monologue resonated with many, the ongoing presumptions and political pressures remind us that the fight for free speech and diverse media representation is far from over. Now, I want to talk about who was attacking him, okay? Y'all's president-in-chief, okay? Now, we can sit here and argue and talk about all of the things, you know, that is and is not, and debate that is and is not when it comes to his policies and his administration and / regime. But we have to really think about what's good for the goose should be good for the gander. And y'all were sitting there talking about Joe Biden is not here. He is mentally not there. Something's going on with him cognitively. But check this out.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of well, let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance.
Bro, you're an idiot. Like, you are an idiot. It's acetaminophen, bro. It's acetaminophen. Like seriously. Like, for real. This is your king? Is this your king? Like, for real. The bro is dumb. Oh, Jesus. I don't understand. All right, y'all. Let's get into holding space. I can't. Ooh, help him, Jesus. Help him. All right, y'all. So, with this being said, I want to get into holding space. All right. There we go. Stop being sheep and start thinking critically. I want to talk to you in this segment of Holding Space about free critical thinking. Let's watch this video, okay, and discuss right afterwards. Take a look.
This video should terrify you. She's part of an experiment, but she doesn't know it. You see, these people are in on it. So every single time they hear a beeping noise, they stand up. It only takes until about the third time before she folds and stands for no reason. Now here's where it gets really crazy. One by one, each one of the people leave the room. And now she's all by herself. And the same beeping noise goes off, and look, she stands. Now they bring somebody new in that was not a participant. Remember, she wasn't a participant. She stands up. At first he ignores her. He asks why. She says everybody was doing it, so she thought she was supposed to. He doesn't quite understand what's going on, but look what he does. He stands. More new people come in, and they all start to stand as well. And remember, all of this started from some fake ass rule that made no sense. And this experiment is exactly why you should think for yourself. This is how bullshit spreads. One person does it, and then everybody else follows without asking any questions. Then it becomes the new normal. This is messed up because this is exactly how families pass down bad habits and how entire cultures can be built on lies. Critical thinking is so important because once you stop thinking, you're no longer living your life. You're just another sheep.
Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I think my computer just glitched. Can you hear me now, guys? Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. All right. Did you hear anything I said after the video? Now you can? Okay. Did you hear me? Did you hear anything I said after that video? Okay. All right. So I'll just repeat what I said after the video. So I'm not going to replay the video, but I know many of you are already unchained, unshackled by politics, but maybe, just maybe, you're locked into a stronghold somewhere else. Maybe it's your favorite artist, a podcaster you never miss, a TV show you binge religiously. We all have our faves, our obsessions. But here's the thing. Don't let those things put rose-colored glasses on your eyes and blind you to the truth of what's happening around you. And that's the problem I see with MAGA, with the extreme left. Any group that pushes you so far into a corner that reason can't get through, when you abandon critical thinking, when you go tunnel vision, we've got a real issue. Cognitive dissonance isn't just a buzzword. It's a threat to the way we think, the way we act, and the way we hold each other accountable. No one, and I mean no one, is above the law. No one is above criticism. That's what makes us Americans. I've got major issues with Republicans. I've got major issues with Democrats. And yeah, I think highly of Joe Biden, but he's not untouchable. That's the power of the First Amendment. That's the foundation that sets us apart from the rest of the world. That's the one of the major pillars of this country. So no matter how strong your love for Trump is, how strong your love for Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, etc., or anyone else, don't close your eyes to the obvious, looming problems we face. It's plain, it's there, and trust me, it doesn't take Olivia Pope and Associates to see it. So, thank you, all of you, for tuning in. Whether you're here live or catching the replay, know that you are beyond appreciated. You are a part of the Pyro family. Okay? So I appreciate you guys. I'm your host, Kwame. And now, let's go make good trouble, Pyromaniacs. We out.
Got time Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.